TRIBECA Film Festival. Is this the press office? Trying to get in touch with Robert De Niro.
It's Chris Gore, and I'm from the Stars Cinema TV show Festival Pass.
I'm just looking to get an interview.
You have to go to his publicist. You're gonna have to...
Gotcha.
This is the publicist. It's not the publicist, it's a fax line. Great. Okay. 10 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. His email address.
Yeah, he's got his email on him.
He has his email on him, like on his phone?
Okay, so I emailed De Niro's publicist. Here's what he says. Chris, I would love to help, but Bob has only done one-on-one interview, and that was with Katie Couric, which aired this morning. If he decides to do more, I would be in touch. Thank you for your interest. Translation, no interview. But Katie Couric? I'm not giving up.
28 Days Later is about what happens in Britain when a virus is released that devastates the whole country.
Hello! So, Alex, are you a fan of zombie films? Is that what led you to write 28 Days Later?
The truth is that the film was partly out of love of all these zombie movies from the 70s and stuff like that, but it was also came out of paranoia.
And that stuff about the answer to infection, I mean, there is no answer to infection. It's already done pretty much all the damage it can.
Maybe they have a cure.
Maybe they've got nothing at all.
This virus covered the whole globe, and then we changed it to make it just Britain, because it felt even more paranoid.
Wake up today in hospital, wake up and I'm hallucinating, or
You were in this island where everything was screwed. Just over the other side of the English Channel, the French were in cafes, eating baguettes and having a normal life.
Hey, do you hear that? Hey, do you hear that?
Running from the infected.
It has a look that feels more realistic, unlike some of the earlier zombie films, Return of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, where they're almost spectacular gore. Well, Alex, thanks so much. I'm a big fan of the genre and just happy that someone is there injecting new life into horror. The TRIBECA Film Festival has become the perfect showcase for up-and-coming New York filmmakers.
You ever really look at the view here?
I've walked this 1,000 times.
No. I mean from up there.
We climbed to the top of the Brooklyn Bridge and shot a scene on the top of the tower, 400 feet above the water, just so people could see the skyline in a way they've never seen it before.
For your safety, please stand away from the platform edge.
Look at this, that sound. This is New York. If you want to make a film in New York, you should be part of the New York. You should know what is the texture of New York, what is the culture of New York.
They're as varied as Woody Allen and Spike Lee. But what truly distinguishes a New York filmmaker?
A street-smart resourcefulness.
More independently driven.
Dedicated and passionate.
If you're making a movie here, it means you don't want to be a part of the Hollywood system.
He doesn't have a gun!
Yeah, he does. Now get back!
Search him. Search him.
Put your hands forward!
If you find a gun, then take him in, but if not, let him go.
Miss, go away!
Just FYI, I write the music reviews for City Lights paper, so if you're ever looking for tickets or anything, you know, I could totally hook you up.
Ash Tuesday is an ensemble film about 6 characters living in Lower Manhattan post 9/11.
Obviously affected you deeply and inspired you to write the film.
You got to take miracles out of every tragedy.
You don't want to trivialize it. You don't want to marginalize it. You don't want to...
You don't want to make a Ben Affleck movie, like Pearl Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
He's harmless, honestly. He's on a lot of medication, and he's homeless. And I think, you know, he was just flirting.
Come again, he was what?
Flirting.
The type of choices that you make for films that you choose to be associated with are not typical. You go after stuff that's more challenging.
Well, I've done a lot of typical films. I mean, you're giving me a lot of credit there. I have actually done my share of typical.
And I meant what I said about those tickets. Anything you want, any show you want to see, I can hook you up. Totally.
Would you mind if I get a photo with you? Does that sound really cheesy and whatever?
Jeez.
Press and hold. You gotta press and hold it. I love it when film festivals create special events, ways to show movies that are completely unique. At this year's TRIBECA Film Festival, they've created a drive-in movie theater right here on the Hudson River.
So it's really nice to kind of have a faux drive-in, you know, walk-in, whatever it is. So
Yeah, it's nice to be along the water.
You've got all the movie stars, and you've got the movies, and celebrities, and yet you're getting to see it in a venue like a drive-in.
It's wonderful. We're just going to sit outside and watch a movie in our neighborhood.
It's a special Friday night, because, you know, Kevin Bacon's supposed to be here, so.
And what would any drive-in be without a date? You ready? Let's go.
The second annual Tribeca Film Festival was a rousing success. Here's a peek at some of the most diverse films.
It's a film about a family coming to America and going through hardship and eventually coming out the other end.
The Irish built Manhattan, so my dad says.
There is a new heroine who's going to be appearing. Her name is Pai, and she is the whale rider. Everything that you see on the screen comes from a real village in a real place called Whangarā.
The End of the Century is a documentary about the Ramones who changed rock and roll.
They have their legitimate story, which they tell and rehearse to the press, and then there's what really went on.
What the film does is it opens your eyes to the experience of being elderly, and it humanizes these people.
So what else did the doctor tell you?
Well, he looked at my buttock. He could hardly find it.
Ashtanga New York is about a yoga guru named Patabi Joyce and a community of people in New York who follow what he teaches.
So I'd all but given up on getting De Niro when, like a beacon cutting through a dense fog after weeks at sea, I spotted him. All the phone calls, all the pestering of cabbies, the restless nights, the blood, the tears, it all came down to this moment!
Mr. De Niro, Stars Movie Channel, could you talk to us one question?
Yeah.
One question. Why is it important to support the Tribeca Film Festival?
For obvious reasons. You know that. You know. Look, turn the camera around and you answer it. You got as good an answer as me.
I know, but I want to hear you say it. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it.
And I completely blew it. Well, I bet Katie Couric wouldn't have froze like that.
The Tribeca Film Festival ruled. De Niro dissed me, but I'm heading to another screening. I'll see you at the next fest. Let me ask a question. What are my questions? I forget my rap now.
Do you know what we're doing?
No, what are we doing? Actually mean it this time?
You're okay, you're okay.
Did you get it on tape? Do you have jobs?
I'm unemployed. What about your plan to prostitution?
I'm not currently doing that.
What's your character's name?
I don't know. I have to ask Romain. I can't remember.
The character's name. Do you remember?
Leo. You're the lead in.
Did you forget too?
Sometimes they can't control themselves. They're farting.
If someone were to say, break wind in the car.
I tell them right up front that, you know, they have to charge you more for that.
Puke, middle of the car, smell terrible.
What if it's silent but deadly and they try to blame you?
And when you look at their face, they are very ugly. Guys, it's too hot over here. I'm dying. Can I open the window? Ooh, baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, NYPD. Look at this guy. Oops. He thinks he's in the France. Oh my God, let me make a right here. I'm sorry, passenger. If I drive normal, everybody think something wrong with me. Ooh, baby. Jesus Christ.
You're at this big premiere. Don't you think you should have worn something sexy? Next time, maybe you can wear something sexy to a big movie premiere. You know, you think you might do that. Don't you think you should have worn something sexy to this premiere? I mean, this is smoking hot.
Okay.
All right, I'm just not messing with you guys.